now, bro. Don't be such a wuss.
You know,
Pick that up!
Marvel can't compete with this.
I wouldn't celebrate until the alien is off the board. Oh, here. Brought you a donut from Doe's Holes.
I don't have a billion.
Go fuck yourself, man.
Turns out the next Superman story is even wilder than expected because
it is a story about Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together against a much, much bigger threat. It's as much a Lex movie as it is a Superman movie.
the Gunn's next movie is called Man of Tomorrow. Superman and Lex Luthor will be forced to team up in order to stop a threat greater than themselves. Put aside their differences and learn more about each other.
Tall, dark, and Martian isn't my type.
Meanwhile, Fantastic Four wasn't terrible, but already the conversations moved on.
You save the good stuff for special occasions?
Case in point, Marvel's gone quiet, while James Gunn keeps us engaged, dropping teases and building up hype like he's slow cooking the perfect sauce.
Oh God, it's so good.
And while I'm sure when Marvel thinks of James Gunn, the first word that comes to mind is regret, I can't help but root for Superman's future and feel okay with the fact that Superman will ruin Marvel. I don't think anyone could predict Clark Kent teaming up with Lex Luthor, especially the way they left things at the end.
Dude.
Lex has shown us the links of his cruelty, and every part of him is driven by one obsession, the destruction of Superman. He's so narcissistic that he cries when Superman defeats him. How fixated can he get? He fully believes what he's doing, and doesn't care how many nobodies he has to crush to get his way.
There are a few things I hate more than petty ex-girlfriends.
Lex Luthor is a genius. He built his own empire, and whether it's from daddy's money or self-made, in a normal society, he'd be king.
I'm aware envy consumes my every waking moment.
His entire life is driven by the pursuit of perfection, his perfection, and in his mind, that makes him untouchable until an outsider arrives.
Eyes up here.
Suddenly, Lex's reality cracks. The empire he's built, the image of himself as humanity's pinnacle, is overshadowed by someone who can fly, shoot lasers, and who will never wither or grow old the way Lex inevitably will. Lex is reminded he's only human, fragile, finite, ordinary, and with each passing year, as the world turns its admiration to Superman, the sense of power is stripped away. That's why he doesn't just hate Superman. He blames him.
Because his strength illuminates how weak we all really are.
This man is full of selfish rage, even after the people turn on him.
Is that Lex Luthor sucks?
Exposed and isolated as the villain in a world where aliens, metahumans, and kaiju exist, this man is the villain. As that reality sits in, he knows no one will ever admire him the way they look up literally to Superman. Lex can throw all the 1As he likes.
1A! 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 1A!
But the image the world has of him is inescapable. We may view him evil, but James Gunn says,
I'll be honest, I don't think he's that bad in comparison. I mean, I think he has a point of view.
so what happens when that point of view is explained to Clark?
Meteor freaks, alien ships, cryptic symbols, these threats are real. Someone had to take control. Someone has to protect the world.
So, is he justified, or is he...
You're so caught up in your own delusions, you've lost track of reality.
Have I?
The dynamic between these two opposites is something I don't think Marvel can match, especially as fans continue to lose faith in their projects. Man of Tomorrow has limitless directions it can go. I even dropped a Smallville clip. The fact that this story, built around just 2 characters, can spark more interest than an entire multiverse of copy-paste superheroes says it all.
If it wasn't for you, I could have saved the world.
If it had mattered to you, Luthor, you could have saved the world years ago.
You're right.
It's not just good versus evil, it's about how the righteous collides with the broken. What happens when Lex is faced with the humanity of Superman, when he has to work with everything he hates? Marvel could never.
Have you come to gloat? To mock?
Okay, enough.
James Gunn and David Corenswet are in their element here.
Is this not the moment where I go, I was wrong to feel that way?
That's exactly where the issue is, right? Your feelings about feeling bad are okay. It's not wrong for you to feel that way.
These are people who genuinely care about the characters. Superman grapples with his humanity being questioned, while Lex refuses to recognize him as a person despite all the good he does. He's an alien, yet Superman embodies more humanity than Lex.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
I feel like Gunn studies every adaptation that came before and takes what works best. He said it himself.
I really was taking stuff from all sorts of different comic books and TV shows and movies, and I'm a Smallville fan, you know?
We watch Clark confront the realization that his birth parents aren't who he thought they were, but they didn't raise him, the Kents did, and yet he carries a guilt he has no control over.
They sent me here to rule over. They sent me here to kill people.
Clark's fatal flaw is that he holds himself to an impossible standard. He wants to save everyone. He's a total optimist with a strong sense of justice, and when he's unable to uphold that, he holds himself responsible.
Who raised you as a child?
I can't. I believe in you, Superman. No. Don't tell him
Smallville is packed with moments like this. Clark Kent, a young man carrying the guilt of believing his arrival caused harm.
It's all my fault.
You can't blame yourself for something you had no control over.
I know. I still feel responsible.
You can feel Gunn pulling from the same raw emotion, and in that disconnect, Clark feels hopeless.
But no matter how many extraordinary gifts you have, you will never be able to change that.
How do I make this feeling go away?
You can't, but that's what makes you human.
The reason we spend so much of the film with Clark as Superman is so that when Lois brings him back to the Kent farm, we get to see him through her eyes, not as a hero, but as a son. Watching Lois take that in lets us experience that shift with her. This scene strips away the hero stuff, and that contrast makes the scene hit harder, which is how we're able to reach this moment.
I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared, I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time, but that is being human.
When's the last time Marvel dared to do this? James Gunn delivers the most honest hero we've seen on screen in years. Being able to talk to your enemy and try to empathize.
And that's my greatest strength. And someday, I hope, for the sake of the world, you understand that it's yours too.
This isn't just a throwaway line. It's setting the stage for what's coming. It's been 12 years since Marvel staged a person speaking conviction to someone completely unreachable.
You were made to be ruled. In the end, you will always kneel.
Not to men like you.
There are no men like me.
There are always men like you.
Nowadays, their movies feel manufactured, almost restricted to deliver something standard. It feels
fake.
From just one tweet, the hype exploded. Fans started throwing around theories, sharing what they wanted, and imagining what the DCU could become. Meanwhile, Marvel is building up to Avengers Doomsday, and after their recent projects, I can barely find the energy to care. With only 2 solid movies released this year, are we selfish to say that's not enough? Is Marvel's why behind making films just profit? Cause their movies don't feel like they're crafted by people anymore, just assembled by machines with no soul. Maybe I'm being harsh. What do you think? Call me negative, call me a hack.
You're a hack!
Looking ahead, the best superhero stories are coming from DC, and I'm not the only one that thinks so. That should scare Marvel.